Hi, hope you're having a great bank holiday. Today's poem is actually quite long, so you're going to have to bear with me. It tells the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, but maybe like you've never heard it before. So forget everything you've ever heard about Jack and hope you enjoy the story. It's called Jack's True Tale of Wales and Woe. I'm sure by now you've heard the feat of Jack so tender, Jack so sweet, who from some magic beans did grow a beanstalk. Well, the rest you know. Or do you? Perhaps by some strange happenstance you know not of the tale perchance. Well, settle down and listen up and grab your favourite coffee cup. Prepare yourself for the true tale of Jack, his beanstalk and the whale. The first thing you should know about is Jack's a naughty layabout. One day last year in late July, young Jack was wishing summer by. He hated sun, he hated heat, he hated getting sweaty feet. He much preferred the winter cold and when the grip of frost takes hold. So on the hottest summer day, young Jack beneath the shade did lay, and partook his favourite pastime, picking each nostril clear of grime. A fingerful of lime green snot took his mind off being so hot. But who should come upon the scene but Mummy dearest? Come, let's see. "Jack!" she cried. "Jack!" she hollered. "Show yourself or you'll get clobbered." Well, Jack thought, that naughty lad thought, no, I'll not sit here, I've got to go. Though not before he picked away and aimed snot in his mother's way. He watched it soar, he watched it fly, it landed in his mother's eye. "I'm blind!" she screamed. "This is the worst! I'll get you, Jack, you mark my words." But Jack had gone and off he'd skipped, until, that is, he nearly tripped into a woman wearing black, with witch's broom and witch's hat. "Watch out," she said, "you little brat, you nearly squashed my poor black cat." Jack watched the witch, feeling wary. Tales of witches were quite scary. "Sorry," he said, "what can I do to make it all right up to you?" The witch was clever and thinking fast, produced some beans right from her flask. "Why not nibble and munch on these? They're awesome, lovely pumpkin seeds." Jack said, "You must think I'm a twit. I know that you're a wicked witch." "Who, me?" she gasped. "A witch indeed. I'm just a lady, if you please." "Then what's your name?" said Jack out loud. The witch looked shifty, with a frown. "Witchy woo? But in my defence, my name is pure coincidence." Jack scarpered off. He'd had enough. That witch was looking pretty rough. By that time he felt quite hungry, could not go home with Mum so angry. So naughty Jack broke in a house and tiptoed through, just like a mouse. It belonged to Mother Hubbard, and looking through, he found the cupboards and came across a tin of beans, not Heinz, but Tesco's own, you see, and promptly he sat down to eat until he fell right off his seat. He choked, he spluttered out a bean which flew right through the door unseen and settled in a garden tree, a magic tree, as you will see. Straight away the floor it rumbled, the house creaked and ceiling grumbled. Jack now sprinted quick from the house, no longer quiet like a mouse. To his dismay he gasped and gawked, growing from the tree, a beanstalk. Stretching up towards the skyline, it reached up to a massive height. "How strange, how weird," said Jack out loud. The stalk, it reached up to the clouds. Then suddenly came 3 loud shouts from someone angry nearabouts. "Now come back, Jack," cried out his mother, "else I'll cook you like your brother." Then after that came Witchy Woo, "My beans'll turn him into poo." Then old Mother Hubbard showed herself, "He stole my food, that wicked elf." With no time to lose, Jack didn't wait. He climbed the stalk at hurried rate. To leave the 3 old crones behind, he knew he'd have to climb and climb. But whilst he climbed, he got more hot, not even halfway to the top. Then all around he heard a shout that made him wee his pants, no doubt. A voice bellowed, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman." Jack knew right then that right up there a giant lived up in his lair. Now, if you haven't guessed this yet, Jack's not the hero type, I'd bet. So Jack just shrugged and scratched his head. Don't like giants or being dead. Instead of climbing up that way, he gave the stalk a massive sway. He swayed it left, he swayed it right, he swayed it every way in sight. The stalk began to bend and bend till Jack was hanging off the end. Whether by design or default, the stalk was now a catapult. The giant roared and ran for Jack, but Jack was quick, that nimble lad, and with a cry of "Tally-ho!" he proceeded then to let go. The stalk had bent so low, in fact, that Jack could land, no broken back, but for the giant, no such luck. Soaring through the air like a duck, he flew as far as eyes could see before he landed in the sea. His future now was looking grim. The giant never learnt to swim. But worst thing of this woesome tale was now arrived a massive whale, and who, feeling quite defiant, gobbled up that big fat giant. "Hooray!" said Jack, and then hurrah, though his cheer would not get him far. He turned to find the 3 old crones awaiting him there to crunch his bones. So poor Jack's tale must end quite soon, now mashed up in some witch's soup. Mother Hubbard stirred the ladle, Jack's old mum had set the table. The 3 of them sat down to eat soup of Jack, so tender, so sweet. Hope you enjoyed it. Why not retell your own favourite story? It could be some fairy tale like Little Red Riding Hood or Cinderella, or even Jack the Beanstalk, but retell it from a whole new perspective and make it up so it's all feeling brand new and fresh. Good luck, and I look forward to reading it soon.